Hi there, Taurus. Thank you for joining me for your weekly forecast for week commencing the 5th of September. Mercury continues to twist backwards in your sector of engagement, of pleasures, and anything to do with your interests. Your self-expression is definitely under the spotlight here. And with the Sun in this location too, forging a gorgeous link with Pluto this week. If there is something that's been nibbling away at you in terms of your talents or skills, artistry or flair, but perhaps you've been reluctant to change or really embrace this as much as you could, perhaps because of your natural disinclination towards change in general, knowing what you do, having that familiarity is a very reassuring factor for many Taurus people. But this particular set of influences this week really does give you the opportunity to take a look and really move forwards into a new arena, a new exciting time when you can show people just how gifted you really are. But it may mean leaving something behind. It could even be around your love life, where you're starting to think in a more enterprising way about the type of person that perhaps you could get close to. But with Mercury tracking backwards still, there could be a sense that you're thinking about a lot of these things, perhaps considering them, then come to a bit of a halt, reach out, make some kind of appointments or dates. Some of them will happen and some of them could be cancelled or changed at the last minute. So there is a little bit of a sense of state of flux, and this state of flux is increased even more by a very powerful right angle between the Sun and Mars. Now this points towards you having some kind of big attraction this week to someone who you could find to be very mesmeric. This person may have some kind of aura about them, a kind of energy that's really magnetic that can make your pulse race quickly. Whether this would turn out to be a longer lasting relationship is another matter, but you could have if you're really living in the moments, a bit of a fling, or in a settled relationship. If there are any issues around possessiveness or jealousy or control, there is the potential for some harsh words. But perhaps even if you go through this, there is an opportunity to get things out into the open. Your ruler Venus actually forges a very constructive link to Saturn, the planet of structure. And if you're lucky enough to be in a relationship which, yeah, has its moments, but basically it always finds a new way forwards. I think if there is needed to be some greater cooperation about household chores or financial matters, this link between Venus and Saturn is a very stabilising one. But Jupiter also moves out to the most joyous part of your scope, where it's been for a year, for a transit into a more practical area. And it's going to be in this location for the next year. I think the great news is it's going to strengthen your physicality. You're going to feel a greater sense of energy. Now, all through this month, Neptune is going to be continuing to square up with Saturn, which is affecting all of our energies, I feel. Saturn's the planet of structure, and for you, it's in an area which is to do with how you connect with others. So where you don't connect with others in a way which meets your expectations, that can be a little bit draining. I think group activities, just as much as a personal relationship, where there is any politics, can be something that just as much grinds you down. But what Jupiter can do is give you a fresh appreciation of getting a little bit fitter, more active, taking a greater interest in nutrition, and perhaps even cooking from scratch. But I think the big influence for you this week is really that angle, that trine between the Sun and Pluto, which really gives you a gift of a potential change. But the change will work best if you take it in your arms, in your embrace, and really go for it. And try not to be too fearful about what this may lead to. So there could be some sparks this week as Mars and the Sun clash, and then the quarter moon on Friday is repeating the same energy. But all of this is just pushing you to be more true to the person you really want to be, and break away from any clinging attitudes, habits, or people which are stopping you from really going for it. It's been a real pleasure being with you. Thank you for joining me. Good luck. and goodbye for now.